So what's like one of the main things you're looking for when it comes to like the Snyder Cut?
What I really hope in the Snyder Cut is that we manage to see the whole, vision of it, like like the whole version of it that is long and
Like
supposedly
not
great
just
storytelling, and
okay,
also
all right, got you. But like it's just there's like one character that you're really looking forward, in Justice League. Like which one will you pick? I know it's a hard
Martian
question because
Manhunter,
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
That is a good answer. I mean, me, I would probably say Cyborg because we all know he was one of the main ones that really got messed up in Justice League. Like they took out everything from his because pretty much in Justice League he has that was gonna be like his origin for Cyborg, and we didn't get to see none of that.
Oh,
But I
like for example,
mean, besides that, of course, I just want I'm just looking for the whole movie period. But I'm saying probably Cyborg and Flash also because we never really got to see Zack
I
Snyder's version of the Flash. So we don't
yeah,
really know how the Flash is gonna be.
not to mention Iris West. Like the scene where he
That
just
too. She
she
she should be there, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Zack is gonna bring her back and have her scenes and all that. Hopefully,
yeah, I'm pretty sure she does have her scenes there.
because she's being very quiet with the whole with the whole cut and all that.
Yeah, and also didn't like last didn't last winter she had posted the same picture with Zack Snyder posted the same pic, her and Ezra Miller at the I don't know what was it
Oh,
that
like
they
the black and white one, the one that they're
that
looking at each other.
yeah they were
Did she did
there.
share that picture, like
She
herself?
shared her Instagram in
Oh,
her
okay.
Instagram story.
I missed that because I didn't, I really thought she was being quiet. That's why I was getting worried. Like, wait, are they really trying to call her character out, or? But I'm guessing
Oh
she's gonna be in the
yeah,
movie. I hope she's in the movie. Because I just rumors that apparently for the Flash movie they want to recast um Iris. I don't know if it's true. It's just a rumor, but I hope that's not true.
I think it's just a problem between about one thing I really despise about is that these people make rumors against each other. Everyone, it's like what source material do you have? I mean,
Yeah.
for is it true that Christy Clements is being recasted or not? Because if she was, it's like a dick move for the DCE franchise.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but it's the whole thing of all the supporting cast that they cut out in Justice League that were all, black actors. Like that just seems so weird to me. Like what do you think about
Okay, back then when Kevin Tushihara was in charge, I'm like this. What a hypocrite! You just cut up all those black actors there,
that? It
and you
seems
cut up
I don't know,
one
I don't
Asian
want to like
actor.
say it this way, but it seems pretty racist if you ask me. You know, it really does. I mean,
Kind of,
they cut out the whole cyborg story. Um, his mom was in the movie. The whole
I
thing with him and his dad, and then Iris West and the Martian Manhunter. You
oh yeah,
know, all of them are all black actors and actors. And they cut all that out. It
and you
seems,
forgot, the Atom. He was there.
and that too. It seemed pretty weird. It was a very weird thing that they did.
That's just dumb. Like, okay, I know in that Comic Con 2017 trailer, remember we were supposed to see the Flash supposed to burst glass wall. When he was at the library or whatever he was in. Then later we see Iris West came, was in danger and she was flying out the
Yeah,
car.
from the car. Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that scene, and that's gonna look beautiful. I cannot wait for that because I mean that's supposed to be the city where Flash is and all that, and we didn't got none of that, to be honest, in Justice League.
no, we didn't. We only got that stupid scenes where Josh Whedon just did the reshoots.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember back then, like Zack was teasing a lot of stuff when it comes to that. To what is the city the Flash's Central City?
Central City like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Star City, yeah. I don't
yeah,
Central
yeah.
City.
Because Zack was really teasing a lot. You know, when it comes to the Flash. Again, we all know when it comes to Zack, he's a storyteller. And all these characters, he was gonna have a real introduction and pretty much introducing each one of them in an origin way, at least for the new characters from the team. And
Yeah.
that's one of the main things I'm looking forward when it comes to the Snyder Cut, because we're gonna get so much backstory and all that. And I just want to see Zack's version of what he's gonna do with his characters.
Yeah, and like, everything that we're supposed to know about Cyborg, how did he manage to become, I mean, what was the missing part of his, the past where we only saw the footage where, his dad used a mother box to bring him back alive. But there's more.
But that wasn't even it was not even footage, from Snyder when it comes to Justice League, because all that stuff got reshoots. We don't even know what we're seeing. To be honest, not yet.
Yeah,
We
but
seen we seen clips in the trailer, but that's about it. But we didn't even get to see his mom in the trailers.
like we don't even see his mom at all, or we just only saw the picture of her. But one thing about the one scene we saw from 2018, that GIF where, well, this behind the scenes how visual effects are done. We see Victor's mom was just proud and happy about he won the game.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that there's like so much love, but when he turns around, he sees his mom but not his dad. It's like things went south. This is one of the moments that goes happy moments to tragic moments.
And it's crazy because yeah, he's supposed to have a horrible, it's a very sad story that he's supposed to have in the movie. Because I mean, I believe he's supposed to lose his mom and his dad, you know, and on top of what happens to him, losing his whole, human side and all that. It's crazy. He goes through a lot in this movie.
Not to mention about how we're supposed to see Stephen Wolf just tricked him to kill him.
Yeah. And I mean that's just another thing with I just feel like the movie's probably taking a little longer, the way it's coming out next year because of Steppenwolf design and all that. Like how do you think they're gonna do the whole, original design? Like that's probably gonna be a little hard to work with, if they're gonna go that way.
I'd rather see his original design than what we got in Justice League.
No, I'm hoping for the original design because he looks so fake and cartoonish. He looks off, in the Justice League, from Joss.
Justice.
It looks very, very weird, He just looks like he doesn't belong in that movie. It looks like it's just coming from a different movie or something.
Yeah, not to mention how the details don't look right, and sometimes it's like, one scene to another it just doesn't feel right. Like his eyes and mouth doesn't look very right. It just feels like
And it was just a weird decision. Why? Because he was too scary. But then when you go see Aquaman, they have the creatures that are creepy looking, and then you watch Shazam, they have the demons and all that. They're not really kiddish looking either. They're creepy. I'm pretty sure they look scary for a kid. They look scary. So what was the reason of them making Steppenwolf look like that? Because it was too scary. It's like they were really trying their best to mess up, to really mess up his movie in every way.
that is like, wow. Like we all had seen movies, like for example, Harry Potter films had like dark moments, and they didn't bitch down about
Pirates of the Caribbean, they have the dark moments too. It's like I don't understand. I mean, it's like, I mean, there was that whole thing again. It's like going back to Justice League, how Wonder Woman's supposed to cut off, Steppenwolf's head. I guess they switched that because it was not for kids. But then you go watch Endgame, and the first scene in that movie is Thor cutting Thanos' head, head off. It's like it's a very weird thing that we're doing with this movie, with decisions and all that.
Yeah. And one thing is that it's so dumb is that when you say that it's too dark for Wonder Woman cutting off Steppenwolf's head, in the comic books we see that Wonder Woman gets impaled by Steppenwolf.
And again, it's a Wonder Woman thing. She's a god killer. That's just what Zack says. And every time you watch an animated movie from Wonder Woman, what does she does? She cuts the head off. That's what she does. That's Wonder Woman.
Not to mention,
So why take that out? Because it's too violent. And the whole thing we now with Wonder Woman 84, they want to say that she's not gonna use her shield or her sword. She has her reasons, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out why she's not gonna use that, but we'll see. It's just weird, weird things. They want to say that's too violent now, but that's Wonder Woman, So
yeah, I see your point about the shield and sword on Wonder Woman not using it. And one thing, it's like, okay, for Warner Brothers not releasing the Justice League Dark Apocalypse, I've seen that's the real dark ass film I can ever think about of a DC film that we ever had, other than Joker we got.
Or you mean like animated?
The animated one, Justice League Dark animated.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing that I always love about DC animation. They always have more. They always have more balls. Let's just put it that way. They really they go dark with those movies and they don't care. Because I mean, even you go way back. You watch like I don't even know if Flashpoint was rated R. But that movie has some scenes that are like they feel rated R. Because there were some that were PG-13, but they have blood and all that.
Not to mention, Shazam got stabbed, got killed as a kid, or you have little Bruce Wayne got shot and he's dead, and Martha became a Joker.
Was the Dark Knight Returns rated R?
Yeah, it is rated R.
Was that one rated R?
Rated R.
Because that one, that one goes into the Joker when he starts killing people. Then you had the Red Hood. It has some moments there that it's not really for kids either. But again, like I said before, Batman's not really a kid's character. His story is not really made for kids. If anything, it would actually be great if they do a Batman movie that would have been rated R. That would probably work great. I mean, I really do feel like they're really missing out. They should do a Red Hood movie. It's like Batman has so many different stories, and they just keep reusing similar stories and the same thing with the villains. Why are you gonna keep using Joker every time? Batman has a huge gallery with all that, and it gets a little annoying when they just keep reusing the same ones. Like, what do you think about that?
Okay, when you say you keep on using Joker, it's like this. Okay, Batman has you're right. He has like different villains. Like for example, he has the Cordy Owls. He has Poison Ivy, the Penguin.
Mr. Freeze, who we haven't got a right version of Mr. Freeze yet.
Or
at least live action, or the Riddler or Two-Face. They really messed that up in Batman Forever and all that. I feel like Scarecrow, they can do something really great with Scarecrow.
Yeah, and plus, and I'm pretty sure Batfleck would go with Deathstroke versus him.
That too. I mean, he's one of the best villains, for Batman, and that's where they were gonna go, because I believe that was that was one of the main things why Ben Affleck was teasing Deathstroke, with that video all the way back in 2016. He teased that for a reason because he was gonna be the main villain in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not he doesn't want to go with the dumb version of oh, Batman versus Joker, Batman versus Joker, Batman versus Joker. That's like getting very annoying. It's like, okay,
Joker's not Joker's. I mean, he's one of the main villains for Batman, but he's not really. Batman has many other villains. I would love to even see Man-Bat, or Clayface. There's so many great villains like that.
What about the Batman Who Laughs? How about that one?
The
Batman Who Laughs?
Yeah. You mean the comic?
Yeah, I mean
the comic that I think I've seen some of it. That's the one with he's like all black, right?
He's all black in his leather, and he has multiple robins on his chains.
And that's supposed to be what, like a different? Is that supposed to be like Earth One, or is that supposed to be like a different universe?
He's actually from a dark universe section.
Gotcha. Yeah, I want to get into that one too.
I mean, the Batman Who Laughs is like the most, most darkest villain ever, and plus he's more corrupted than Joker. And also, it's like
really?
you would know the difference about how, he's like really effed up in the head. And if you read the comic books, dude, I'm sure you would have liked to see the Batman Who Laughs comics, but he's like really effed up, like Dick, like the whole top level, like.
Yeah, sorry, it's a little lagging over here. All right, I see it now. Yeah, I seen like some of that, but I don't know the story, so I gotta start reading on it.
Well, you gotta read the Dark Knights, dude, because they are like effed up version of Batman. But
that's what I've been hearing lately. That like they're doing really good when it comes to Batman, on comics. It was just the whole Superman thing that really turned me off when they were doing that whole going back to old school and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that really blame for the comic books of the Superman comic books. I kind of blame Bendis' version of trying to go with this new version wave.
I mean, the way I see it is, why not just do something separate? If you want to go back to old school Superman, all right, you can go ahead and do that, but do something on the side. But continue what you were doing with Superman, after New 52 and all that. Don't try to go backwards with all that stuff. Don't try to go back to, it's like they're going back in time with all these characters. And it's not gonna work in this time, especially in times like this. I don't think it's gonna work in comics, and it's not gonna work in movies. People need to move on, and that's the problem. That's the problem. People are not moving on. And what do you think about the rumor for the new Batman game? Do you think it's gonna be a new Batman game, or?
I don't know if it will be I'd rather hope it's a good game. Rather have another, DC character game instead of Batman. I mean, I feel like you're gonna go overboard with the Batman, category too much. I mean, we have Batman Telltale Gates and Batman Arkham Sagas film.
Yeah, that's the same answer. Like, it's getting annoying. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Batman fan, and again, I probably won't even mind when the game comes out, but I'm just tired of them keep making everything Batman. I understand Batman is like the main hero that DC has and that makes a lot of money, but how are they supposed to learn or know that if they don't even try with all the characters?
I don't know, man, but
they should at least, because that's the thing, they don't even try. At least try, but they don't even bother with any other character. It blows my mind that we still haven't got a Superman game. Like, is it really that hard to make a Superman game?
I don't know, man. It's like they just don't even want. They think he's gonna be too powerful. And you know one thing. Remember we were supposed to see the Suicide Squad video game when it was Batman Arkham Origins end credits.
Yeah, yeah, there was a lot of rumors for that, and I believe that was a real game, and it got canceled.
They had concept arts all around, but I don't know what really happened. But the truth is, they just canceled it. But here
And
I'm
you
like this
see,
saying,
yeah, that was the same thing with the Superman game. You got to see pictures of Superman game they were making it, and it was looking really good. Like, how do you cancel that? Because I believe they've been trying to make a Superman game in the same universe from Arkham, you know, from the Rocksteady games. And I don't know if that's still a rumor, but I just hope that's what's coming next. Don't just give me another Batman game again. Why? Why another Batman game? You got Wonder Woman, you got Green Lantern. You can do so much more.
yeah, so
And it's crazy saying with
a lot better on
all these crazy RPG games that we have now, with its technology, a Green Lantern game will be crazy. They can make, like, I don't know if you ever play Mass Effect, but they can do something like that with Green Lantern. You're going to different planets and all that. That will work.
like Wonder Woman could be, God of War way.
God of War way, yeah. But like they can either go back old school, like back in the day, or maybe have her during different histories and all that. Like they can do a franchise like that, like you start playing. Let's say you start playing in, the first game is like World War One or something like that.
Yeah. And one thing is that I don't get the point right now on Twitter is that there is a, small thing about, say, the DC Daily show. I'm like dissing. Personally, I wouldn't, put back that shit hole because one, there was too much of these, MCU stands there instead of the real fandom there.
Yeah, it's like what we were saying, the other, just yesterday, how Warner Brothers have they have the wrong people working for them, and I feel like that's one of the main problems that why they made such a hot mess when it came to the DCEU. They messed all that up because they literally have you know fandom that like all this stuff. Not to name any brand, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like it literally has snakes running around, and I'm pretty sure they still do, but I don't think it's as much as before.
And I'm pretty sure that DC Daily casts are not, not even very popular at all. I mean, I just don't think the DC Daily is not very popular. I think it's just, like there, but nobody's gonna watch the whole thing.
It was. I mean, it's like I said. I tried watching it a few times, but it's like I know how fake some of them are there. That it just throws me off. They especially when you have some of them talking like they know Superman so much, but then they always end up going back in time with Superman, and that's the problem. Why we have a big problem of getting Superman movies out there, because they're stuck in time. They need to move on from that whole Superman 78 and all that. And again, don't get me wrong, Superman 78 is an amazing movie, but that's for when it came out. That won't work. That won't work now. That's the problem with those people that are stuck in time.
No, it won't work at all. But
Mhm.
one one thing what can work a lot is Birthright, Superman the animated series, Earth One, Unchained,
I love the animated
Unbond,
series.
and my favorite.
It really hurts me that the animated series is not on Blu-ray yet. Because I got the Batman animated series on Blu-ray, but they still haven't released the Superman animated series yet on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it kind of sucks they don't release that animated movie there or Justice League animated movie series there.
Yeah, I know they have the Justice League animated. I believe it's supposed to have another like a like a Bruce Timm movie, like the way the animated used to look. I think a new movie is supposed to come out. Because I know they just came out like last year with a Justice League movie like based on the animation, like design. It was like Justice League Fatal or something like that. So go ahead.
One thing is that sometimes I wonder, sometimes I don't understand why in Superman, things relation, why is it they always related to 1978 when the whole, the package of it is it has misogynist, a plenty dark moments. The Superman just is such a selfish idiot, and lastly but not least, he just completely did, how should I say, some shitty moments than we have.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, again, it's so there's a lot of bias when it comes to to Superman. Especially people that really think they know the character. But when they start telling you how they know the character, it's just from the 1978 movie. So you can't really base Superman just on that. There's so much more to him, and that's exactly what Zack Snyder was doing. In a way, people were rushing everything. Zack he was gonna get to the Superman everybody loves and all that, but he was taking his time. But everybody wants to rush that. Everybody wanted him to become Superman overnight, and that's one of the main things that people don't realize when it comes to Man of Steel. It's not a Superman movie. It's his origin. It's about him starting to become Superman, but it's not him being Superman right away. That's another thing like going to
Yep.
that's like going to Batman v Superman. Oh, why is he not smiling or blah blah blah? What makes you think he's gonna be smiling when literally the world is like it's a 50-50 against him? There's people that are after him, but at the same time there's people that are against him. Do you think you will be smiling when you have all that on your shoulders?
No, nobody will, and it's just very, very whelming.
Yeah. No, exactly. He was just getting, it was just a stress for him, because he's at the same time he's trying to find his purpose while, you have people calling him out and all that. It's like, how is that supposed to help him? He was just trying to make sure he's doing the right thing. That's all.
And also, one thing is that, what I was gonna say, oh yeah, for Batfleck, for the person who Jeff,
Lagging a little bit. I'm sorry.
like, he's literally living his own dream.
What was that?
Have you noticed, Bettina, about, you noticed on Titan season 2 and season 1 finale became a little different?
Oh, I mean, I didn't really started watching season 2 for Titans, but it felt like they were kind of, was it getting lighter or was it getting darker? Like, how do you see it?
I feel like that Jeff Johns has ruined the season 1 finale or something, because last time I saw of Titans is that there was a different costume change, because there was different costumes. For example, Raven supposed to look more Raven from the comic books, what a Starfire is supposed to have a little, like, a flatter hair and different costume better
Yeah.
than what we saw.
Yeah, wasn't they were teasing that, right? That when they were
And
gonna,
also
there was a lot of teasers
you know,
for like the
pics of
original design. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, let me tell you this. There was supposed to be a series of season 2 finale where, okay, you have the Doom Patrol from the Titans universe in there, but in all episodes, it's like they're not there at all. It's like something's odd, very different.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I still gotta. I don't know. I don't know if I ever gonna try to watch season 2 for Titans. So I don't know. Again, with the whole, the more you get to know about Jeff Johns, the more I want to stay away from anything he has touched.
And you know what's interesting is that he made Wonder Woman's sister die from a stupid death. Did you hear about that or
Yeah, I
seen
heard
that?
about that. It was some like electricity or something like that, like a pole.
It was like it would all takes place in a carnival or a fair, I would call it.
But isn't that supposed to be like one of their powers? I mean, how is that really supposed to hurt them?
I don't know, but once you have the power of God, you're not supposed to die like that. You're supposed to die from, like from Greek other gods
Another
or
god or something. Yeah, you don't go out from like cables or something.
it's like what the hell happened? That's like the worst death in that is like you can hear a sound effect when you do play Grand Theft Auto and it says wasted.
I think that's probably why. That's one of the main reasons I didn't even bother watching that season, because that was one of the things I heard, that death, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds horrible." I was like, "No, I'm gonna stay away from that."
And one thing, I think this really smells like this is Jeff Johns' deeds he has done.
It's kind of weird. Again, the guy has so many red flags because like I was saying yesterday, like you can kind of tell how he was trying to be Zack. He was trying to like be him and steal his ideas. Like how we were talking about the Doomsday Clock, comics. To me, that feels so much like something Zack would do. You know, and he ended up doing that. The whole thing how he was just trying to take over the universe of the DCEU, from Zack, and then you hear stuff about him like saying like, oh, Zack is his movies are too dark or whatever. But then when you watch Titan season 2 or season 1, that was a dark show. It's already our show. Like I don't understand. He's very fake if you ask me. It's a little weird. Like, what do you
Yeah,
think about
it
that?
is. Well, I think it's just like what a hypocrite moron he is. You see,
That's
it's too
pretty
dark,
much the
but
word.
and one thing is
And
that
again,
I
I
heard
wasn't
he's
trying. Go
produce.
ahead. You were saying?
One thing I was saying that one thing he is also producing is Superman and Lois. If he's gonna, I'm like this. I cannot prepare for him to be failing in that series. I cannot wait
I don't
for that
understand
to
how
be a
how he's
shipwreck.
how he's still around.
Shipwreck is gonna be.
How he's still around doing all that. It's just crazy how they're still kind of giving him power in a way after all the stuff he's done.
I don't know, but I'd rather see him getting. I'd rather see his series such as no, see a series Superman Lois to be a flop show.
We'll see. I mean, again, CW. I don't. You know, I still don't get how the CW DC show has so many fandom. You know, I really don't. It's just crazy. But again, that's just different opinions, I guess.
And I'm pretty sure that the Superman CW is not gonna last. Is not gonna is not going to have its fame be all over when you have Justice League Superman there.
I mean, they're supposed to be different universe, you know. The regular audience, again, that's what they're doing it for. They're not really, if anything, that's more for the regular audience that don't know crap about these characters, you know. If anything, you know, people like us that really know and care about these characters, we're not gonna care. We're not gonna waste our time, you know, to you know, we're not gonna bother watching that. For what? You know, they're trying to do something in a Marvel way, which again, Marvel is Marvel. This is DC, and DC has always been darker than Marvel, just from you know some of the characters that DC has. You know, they have many dark you know characters with dark stories and all that. So they can try their best to be light, but that's why it doesn't work. They tried before, you know. They tried that BS before with Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Didn't work because that's not Batman. You know, that's not his story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back then in the mid-90s times, dude, is that the truth is those failed miserably. I mean, they just became a laughing stock. And plus,
there were toy commercials because they literally said that they were just making those movies to sell toys. And when you literally watch those movies now, it's like a long toy commercial. That's what you're watching.
And you know, one thing is that that's kind of very, you know, that I mean, that I feel like that's the reason how Shazam was. It was becoming some kind of toy lineup instead of selling the movie. I mean, exactly how does how can the film manage to sell more Funko Pops than its own, you know, film when it can't manage to break a record?
And to get me don't get me wrong, I was looking forward for Shazam because they could have done a lot if they would have done it. You know, they could have connected the universe better. Like you know, let's say like you know Billy, you know when he was a kid, he should have been in one of Victor's game. You know, they could have connected that. You know, just like that, that would have been a better connection to like Justice League and BVS and all that. Like there was a lot of you know moments that they could have done, and the whole thing with the cameo of Superman. What was the point of doing that when it's not even Henry playing Superman?
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is the worst cameo ever, and plus the worst version you ever have of a scene.
And it's that's another thing too. Why use the Superman 78 theme song? You know, why use the score? That doesn't make any sense. Like to me, that's why that movie is not really canon for me because it doesn't make any sense. Like, what kind of universe is this that you put in music from an old movie?
He's
You
not
know,
even. He's not born. It's not the 90s. It's not the 70s no more. It's already.
why
He
are
already
you
got his.
putting? And it's insane because even the director, you know, somebody asked him that question before the movie came out because there was rumors coming out like they were gonna use the Superman 78 score for his scene, and he's like, and he even replied with like, that would not make any sense. Like, why would I put that in my movie? So I'm guessing the studio got on his way to do that because he said it himself he wouldn't have done that,
And you
and
know
that
what?
was before the movie came out.
Yeah, it's like, really, dude. It's like I'm saying this. Really, dude. You told me you're not gonna have that stupid, you know, 1978. It's like we're not in. It's not 78. And didn't you know Danny Elfman fucked up the score?
Oh my god, that was don't remind me. That thing is so is that's I don't even can't even call that a score. I don't know what he was thinking making that Justice League, whatever he did, you know, with this with that score and for him to come out like saying like in a way, you know, he seemed like an asshole in that interview when somebody asked him like, oh, you know, he was replying to the interviewer like, oh, Batman only has one theme. Like, I kind of see that like, wow, you really like, do you really think you're better than Hans Zimmer now? Like, really? Are we really gonna go there? Like, don't get me wrong, Danny Elfman he's not a bad, composer, but he's out of time. He was really good back in the day. But what was the last thing he has done that is actually good? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like since the early 2000s he's done, but now he's just washed up.
And the thing and the main problem that he has is a lot of his scores from different movies they sound the same.
Yeah, it's like
He likes using almost the same sound and everything.
it's like he's just becoming like a reusable, hit wonder musician.
And that's the big different way with Hans Zimmer. Like everything he touches, he is different. It's different, You can tell it's his music, but it's all very different.
Oh, like for example, the Dark Phoenix score.
That was really good. That was really good in my opinion.
What else? Wonder Woman 84, possibly a good score too.
I cannot wait for that. And I'm very curious, which I wonder if they're gonna release that soon, because the movie should have been out, or are they just gonna wait for the movie?
I don't know, man, but the truth is it's like it keeps getting further and further this year.
It's just crazy. I don't know if you remember, that movie was supposed to come out last year.
Since like at the fall season.
Yeah, because that movie got delayed like a whole year, and then it's almost getting delayed almost a whole year again. The movie's been done.
It's already finished and it's already done. It's like, really?
It was done since last year.
Yep, it was. And it's
But I mean, according to Patty, she said she was gonna work on some stuff because it got delayed. I don't know. And again, we know how riches can happen with Warner Brothers. So, they like messing around with movies too much.
And also for Junkie yeah, and one thing is that for Junkie XLs, like they are very amazing what he makes them.
That I cannot wait. That's one of the main things that I cannot wait for Zack Snyder Justice League is to hear his score, because I'm so curious about the different themes they're gonna have for the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg. Like, wow, what's gonna be their themes? Because that's what he has to do. We never really got a theme for them, with Danny Elfman. So, I'm still a little curious if is it gonna try to reuse the theme for Aquaman from the movie?
I don't know. I don't know if they will maybe have some similarities of it.
Yeah, because Aquaman was after Justice League, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and then somehow we got it.
Yeah. So again, that still couldn't also be closer to his theme. Maybe it's something that waiting, because we didn't heard that before, with the whole thing that happened. So who knows how that really works? I guess we will find out once we get the cut.
And one thing is that Junkie XL has great, music on all films. For example, the Mad Max films. What else? Alita, and him working on BVS.
Yes, yeah, and we know we're gonna get like the theme for Superman, at least, because that's something that Snyder already teased in the stream that you were on, for Man of Steel. Like, he was saying like one of his favorite things is from Man of Steel, like one of the themes for Superman. So of course that's the theme that Hans Zimmer made for Superman. So of course it's gonna be there. I'm just curious how if they're gonna like reuse the theme for Batman from Batman v Superman, or kind of make it a little lighter, or how are they gonna do that? Like, what do you think about that?
Like later where sunrise has happened, or the cornfield scene.
What happened?
I think there's gonna be a lighter tone of it.
Yeah, it might
Like
be. It might be. I'm pretty sure they probably told him to kind of, they probably told Junkie XL to probably do something more heroic in a way when it came to the score. Because that was another thing that got bashed when it came to Batman v Superman. It wasn't only the movie, but the score was also horrible according to critics. Like, it was too loud and too angry for them. Like, the movie's supposed, the movie was, how you make music is how the movie's supposed to be. you have to follow that. I don't know what type of music they wanted them to play, but that's how you make music when it comes to movies. You have to make it, fit with the tone. But again, all these critics, they talk all this crap like they made a movie before, and making the movies is not easy at all.
Nah, dude, it's not even easy. And second of all, it's really dumb that they really preferred the, light ass, the dumb kiddie film. I mean, for example, like if they think, all the Avengers, musician, memorable, they're all forgotten. They're all forgotten as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure most of them are just forgotten as they are. And second of all, is that you would now want some kind of super average. And second of all, Danny Elfman, he's just already. His films are not even doing well with soundtrack, and nobody's gonna even listen to them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Danny Elfman was thinking, with what he did with that score, because it's like, to be honest, I don't even remember a lot of the music from Justice League, because it was just so blah,
I remember the pain of hearing it.
Still there?
Yes.
Yeah, you're freezing on my side. Sorry.
Is that, and one thing I'd rather, for Gotham City Sirens, for the film, I'm pretty sure that, David Ayer would have had, like, an evolution of Harley Quinn instead of doing what Kathy Yan just made her look like some kind of drunk, made people all drunk and fight drunk.
I don't know. The whole character development in that movie was just blah. I don't even remember, like, what they did with Black Canary, and it's just, I don't know. Again, that's one of those movies that I got to see once, and I won't even bother. Again, there was really no point for that movie at all. And how are you really gonna cast? Why would you cast a great actor to play Black Mask and kill him off? Like, why would you do that?
I don't know, dude. Truth is that I feel like Birds of Prey was just a dumb idea. Instead, we could have gone Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah. It was just, there was no point for that movie at all.
I mean, I would have preferred Poison Ivy in the movie instead of Cassandra Cain just becomes some kind of stereotype of, American Asians.
Yeah. That was another movie that I was curious about, and he's just one of the movie that, why like, why like, what do you do to the universe? Like, if there's anything, like, what kind of purpose does the movie have what type of connection does the movie has to the DCU?
Nothing at all, dude. It's just like we have a faceless, Jared Leto Joker, and we have no Batfleck at all.
It's just horrible. Is again, they they didn't really appreciate what they had, and they messed all that up. They had a crazy, amazing like cast before all this happened. Like you had Will Smith, you know, in Suicide Squad. You had all these, you know, crazy good actors and actresses, and why would you mess that up? You have Ben Affleck. He's an amazing director and all that, playing Batman, and you threw all that away because you listen to critics. Why would you do that? Like what do you have now? What did they get out of that?
Nothing. They just got a flop. Two underscore, under.
Two movies back to back, but
underperformed.
Shazam made no money.
Shazam
Birds of Prey,
yeah,
Birds of Prey made no money whatsoever. You have it's crazy because again, I don't understand this whole when it comes to like all these you have all these girls females and all that, like just talking about how Suicide Squad David didn't have no respect for Harley Quinn because the way he made a dress, and she's kind of sexual in a way, but again, that's Harley Quinn. That's how Harley Quinn's supposed to, she used, you go back to the animated series, that's what she was first introduced. That's how she was created. She used to play with her sexuality to be bad and all that. That's just part of her. Even going to comics, you will find very similar outfits to what she wears in Suicide Squad. But you really gonna say that stuff? David Ayer is a creep or something? So bullshit. And again, where were all these people talking crap about David for Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey? If Birds of Prey was the better movie, where were they? Nobody showed up for Birds of Prey.
Nobody. It's just like, and plus everyone kind of were pissed off on the ending.
Again, they talk crap, but they don't show up. And it's like like I said before, money talks when it comes to movies. Money talks, and that's the reason why one of the main reasons why Zack Snyder Justice League is happening. Because money talks. They see the fan base, they see the movement behind all that. They know they're gonna get money.
I'm pretty sure Henry sees the point too, is that we all make more Superman films. You need quality that can sell better.
And again, to me, it's gonna be very hard to see Henry, a Superman movie with him that is not directed by Zack Snyder. If anything, I mean, if somebody else is gonna direct a movie with him, it's gonna have to be something that Zack Snyder is still a very close producer. At least helping with a lot of stuff when it comes to quality, and at least the action scenes and storytelling, the way they're gonna make that movie. I'm just worried that they will make a Superman movie, try to make a Superman movie, and really try to make it very different and not in a quality way whatsoever. Because I mean, when you see Man of Steel now, Man of Steel still looks 100 times better than movies that we're getting now. That movie's aging like wine. Man of Steel looks amazing when it comes to CGI and action and all that stuff. Like, you watch movies now and it's like, man, I still haven't got a movie that looks as good as Man of Steel. And that movie came out back in 2013.
Yeah, man.
and that's
I know.
it's all about quality. It's how that's Zack. That's Snyder. That's something that one of many reasons why we wanna see Justice League, because we know we're gonna get quality. That movie's gonna look amazing. You go
Yeah, and
watch 300, you watch Watchmen. So quality.
not to mention very good in 4K.
Yes, yes, yeah. Because I got Men of Steel in 4K now, and that's the way I watch it now. It looks really good in 4K. And
And one thing I noticed,
go ahead.
what I would say about one thing about Zack Snyder's Justice League is I believe it's gonna just blow up everything when once that when it's released, everyone's gonna talk about holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, like pretty much everywhere.
Yes, yes. Again, already we already know it's gonna be a hit, but I still would like for us to make sure the fandom, the movement. I would like for all of us to make sure it's not only a hit. I want us to make sure that it becomes a huge hit, because the moment that becomes a huge hit, we're gonna get so much more. We're gonna get so
We got
much. We're gonna get so much more. You know,
my
and go ahead.
best advice, dude. We gotta make WB and AT&T to know about this. We gotta make them to know our words does matter.
We
Then those.
want, we have to keep our word too. If we were really calling for this, money talks. We gotta really show them that we really want this. But
I mean,
we really gotta show them that we don't only want this. We want more. We want more after this.
if you have noticed, dude, if you noticed two posts from possibly two posts from Warner Brothers company or from AT&T company, like for example the TNT post and that yesterday's post about who should direct Man of Steel, another Superman film. We
Yeah.
gotta make them. We gotta show the receipt and we gotta show them the pics.
And I
And we
mean,
gotta.
again, it's like every time you see a new poll or a new post, like who's the best Superman and all that, when you see the comments, it's always Henry winning, Man of Steel. Like we're taking over all this. We're really showing them that I'm sorry, but he's the best Superman, for at least for now. And I'm not saying that he's like because again, Christopher Reeves and Henry, you cannot really compare them because they're two different versions. But I'm saying for a Superman that actually works for now, for the times that we're in and all that, is Henry.
Yeah, dude. And
And
one thing is that.
yeah, go ahead.
And one thing is that that Henry is I'm pretty sure we would have a lot of hearing about Henry is the best Superman. And plus, remember 2018 where the internet kind of broke when a rumor has started when Henry is not going to be super no more. That really kind of gave a lot of, how should I say, a lot of panic.
I think that was just, to me, that was Warner Brothers. I think that was like a test. That's the way I see it. Like let's go and throw that out there to see if people still care about him playing Superman. Well, I guess they noticed because that was trending. Like, of course we care. We still haven't seen much from him. We literally just got 2 movies with him. We gotta see more. And again, especially us that we know what Snyder was doing with the character. He was developing, to be better, to become the Superman everybody loves and all that. It's something that we want to see, to see it in a finished way. You know, and that's just another thing when it comes to like Ben Affleck's Batman. You know, it was so much tease when it came to his character in Batman v Superman. Now we want more. You know, it's like you can, in a way, introduce, you know, still in my opinion, the best Batman on film, and then just take that away from us. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know, dude, but the truth is, you gotta make, WB to look at the bigger picture instead of being like dumbasses. And plus, why you think, why you think back then at March, dude, way back, we gotta make the film to get tickets to be sold. And right now, I mean, the film was, during our quarantine, we gotta download the film or buy it
Yeah,
legally.
it's true. I mean, again, I feel like just imagine if the movement was the way it is now, back where Batman v Superman came out, you know, we would have helped, BVS to make $1 billion or more, you know. And in a way, that's just a good thing that we found each other after everything that happened with Justice League, and now with such a huge fan base, that's behind all this, We're a huge group, It's like millions of us now. So
We're not invisible, dude. We're not invisible. And second of all, we all have. And truth is, what Zack Snyder has an advantage versus Donner didn't have in common is that the internet, powerful influence of internet.
yeah, it has been a long way. We have come a long way. Because I mean, again, the Richard Donner cut that took like over 20 years to be released, and in a way, even though we've been waiting for 3 years for this, but that's still quick. It could have been longer, could have been way longer, but we got loud, and we got loud very fast, and it was just too many of us, for them to ignore, and that they noticed that. So
Like that
again,
time when,
that's why I feel just from that, I know it's gonna be a huge hit because we're here. It's a lot of us now, and we are worldwide. So we're not gonna be quiet when this movie's released. Man, we're not even gonna be quiet when the trailer drops. That's gonna be trending like crazy once that trailer drops for Justice League. Even the haters are gonna be watching that. You know that.
yeah, and also,
they wanna talk all that crap, but they're gonna be clicking play on that trailer.
and I believe somehow, and I believe that we managed to, and I believe that if the trailer did manage to be released of a Justice League film, I'm pretty sure you're right. It will be like explosion, and also we managed to make the Twitter time on last winter. We made it so trending as hell. Pretty much
I think it's
everywhere.
gonna be bigger. I think we're gonna trend more once that trailer drops. I think that thing is just gonna blow up. We're gonna break records. We're gonna break the numbers because you remember, once that trailer drops, it's not only gonna be Zack Snyder sharing that trailer. I'm pretty sure most of the cast is gonna be sharing that trailer.
Yeah, pretty much everyone will.
Especially Ben, because Ben is he's really behind Zack. He's a director himself. He knows that he got what they did to him was wrong, and to be honest, I believe Ben will come back. And the only reason he will come back is the main thing is because of Snyder.
Yes, dude. Yes, and second of all, we gotta make that Justice League film. We gotta make it trend a lot. We gotta make recommendations. We gotta make.
It will happen. Yes, it's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be huge. People have no idea.
How do you think? Again, how do you think? How do you think we managed to get Young Justice back? Because we did the views and we did numbers of, how many times we watched and recommended, and also gave a like or stars.
It was just crazy because people talk so much crap about the movement, in the beginning, like it was only 40 of us, blah blah blah. But we started finding each other on the way, and they didn't really realize that this is a worldwide fandom. This is not only a one place thing, because there's a lot of fans around the world. There's still have a lot of fans in India, or Brazil and all that stuff. Like this is worldwide, man. And
Of
I,
course,
I and
dude.
I believe Japan has to have a huge fandom over there too. So
Of
you
course,
know,
dude. Everywhere has a
and we're
fandom.
talking about places like that, huge places with a lot of people. That's really gonna help the
Yeah,
numbers. Sorry, it's a little
yeah,
loud
I'm
outside. I
pretty
don't know if
sure.
you hear that, but
Yeah,
but it's like it's gonna be an event. This is an event, and the more I think about the whole Justice Con, I'm getting very curious what's gonna happen there. I know for sure we're gonna get a trailer. Yeah, that has to be, you know. But what else are we gonna get? Like, what do you think?
maybe Q&As and maybe some archives of Justice League. Justice League,
I,
BVS,
I'm
Man of
guessing
Steel
probably like
artwork.
maybe concert art for Zack Snyder Justice League. Maybe some behind the scenes stuff Zack has done for the past 3 years with the movie, because we all know he's been working for the movie for forever now. Behind the scenes, like himself. Uh, maybe a tease when it comes to the music, either something. I don't know. I think when it comes to the music, it's either gonna be a tease from Junkie, or they're gonna put the music in the trailer.
I
Because
think they're gonna have.
usually Zack Snyder usually he always used the score from his movies in the trailers.
Yep.
We got the Women of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Watchmen. When you watch those trailers, they have the score from the movie. And I believe even if in one or two trailers from Justice League, before it got messed up, they already had some of the score from Junkie XL. So you know, uh, I'm still guessing maybe a tease from Darkseid, because I mean the actor's gonna be there. It's either gonna be maybe
Um,
it's either gonna be a polished, like a very like a finished picture, like a CGI finished picture, or maybe a clip, a little tease.
maybe a clip of him. Yeah, I'd rather see Darkseid's moment of his history as form of Uxas,
Yeah, yeah, because that's
and
another
also
thing. People think it's just gonna be Darkseid right away. I mean, no, it's gonna be a history lesson. Of course it's gonna be,
definitely.
because I believe it's supposed to be Darkseid by the end of the movie. That's what the league gets to see. You know, that's still gonna be like that. Because that was filmed too.
Yep.
All that was filmed, and again, we still haven't seen that. So I had another question for you. When it came to when you when were you on the stream with Henry and Zack? Did you had any other questions that you would like to ask them back then, or
No, I don't think I have another question.
no? Not really. There's nothing came to mind. I know you were very excited, man. I mean, I feel you. I would have been freaking out, to be honest, if I was there. Like Henry just showed up out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh crap, shit's about to go down. That's the first thing I said. Like I was screaming on my side. I was just very. It's crazy how Zack was really playing with us. Like it was going back and forward. Like wait, he's not gonna announce nothing. And then I don't know where they announced the movie.
Yeah, it was just like I was like, I was like, oh, I wonder what's gonna be next of this. He's just gonna commentary alone, but until he had Henry at the Zoom joining the Zoom chat.
Yeah, right. The moment he just showed up, I'm like, oh shit, we got him. We got him back. That's what I said. I'm like, he's back. Superman's back.
That was like, holy crap.
You guys are very lucky, and I'm very happy for you guys that that happened. You know, it's crazy. That has to be a crazy moment, you know, for you guys, for all that.
It really felt like, going to Comic-Con. I feel like San Diego Comic-Con VIP section, if you ask me. It felt like that.
You were with the director and Superman. Like, what more do you want? You know, like that's just insane. And I just again just wonder what's gonna happen in a couple of weeks when it comes to Justice Con, because they're probably gonna do something like that again. You know, with other people. I wonder who will be there. Who will be there next time? You know, because they didn't even say they did say special guest, but they didn't show who, right?
No, they didn't just say anything about Henry at all. I mean, I wonder, and also Ben was supposed to, but he had something else to do. Last time I heard about that.
For what?
About, joining us with the Man of Steel party.
Oh yeah, right. For what happened yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was. Remember,
For that
there was
for
a
the
video.
anniversary. I mean, again, he's probably busy as hell. You know, I'm pretty sure, like the cast and they're just probably getting ready to what's gonna come next. Because I mean, I believe I don't know how many additional scenes are we gonna get. You know, we gotta think about that too. Is it only gonna be one scene, or just gonna be more than one additional scene? Because he got a lot of money for this, for this movie to do more stuff with it. And I mean, there's a lot of rumors going around, like he's trying to get everybody back for a scene or whatever. So I wonder what is that supposed to be about? Because
Lord.
we only know for sure is the Martian Manhunter, scene. That's something we know for sure, but that's all we know. There could be something else besides that. And do you think Kara's supposed to be in this movie?
I don't know, man. It's just that I only know that Kryptonian scene from, we're projecting of Superman, that hologram, that was supposedly Superman, not Kara. But I don't know if there's
I don't know, but
Kara.
it looks so weird. That scene always looked very off to me to be Superman, because it looked like the skin showing off for some reason, or huh?
You meant the legs from the
from the hologram, and it looks like it has symbols on it. So sorry, it just looks weird. The hologram looks wrong. It looks very weird.
You know what? I hope for the show is a hologram scene, because I want to see how it looks.
But it's like I don't know who brought that up. Like I think it was Chris Wan. He brought something up like what if Kara supposed to be in the history lesson? Because she landed on Earth many years ago.
There's no one alive. Like no one alive that witnessed aliens. Nothing at all.
And that will kind of make sense. Maybe that's what we haven't seen Supergirl on Earth, because Darkseid took her.
Made her like a puppet, just like Superman, Batman, Superman.
It could make her one of the Furies. Because back in Apocalypse they have a whole thing of training females and becoming warriors for him and all that. They're over there getting trained by Ronnie Goodness and all that stuff. That will be something else. I don't know if you ever seen a Batman Superman Apocalypse, the animated movie.
I do, yeah.
Think about that. That's probably something that probably Snyder was doing with Kara. He can, if anything, what's her name? Crap. What's the villain from Man of Steel?
Fiora?
Yeah. Fiora, she's probably in Apocalypse also, She's probably working for Darkseid. Because again, we don't know that she went to the Phantom Zone or whatever, but that's what it's supposed to be, that the ending for Man of Steel. We don't know if she's still alive, so
She's out in the Phantom Zone and she's alive for sure, yeah. But I was wondering how she's coming back or how she's gonna be getting out the Phantom Zone.
well, maybe Darkseid got her, or maybe
Uh,
Darkseid just searching for warriors and for people to be on his side, like creating his own army. Pretty much get her to train her, so he can have Granny Goodness train her better and all that stuff. I mean, because we all know we want to see Fiora versus Wonder Woman at least. That will be a fight.
oh, that would be cool. We had Darkseid's daughter versus Wonder Woman versus Fiora.
I'm telling you, man. I know you can have a feeling of how Snyder, he's just crazy making movies, and you know he was gonna go to many different things. And
Yep, dude.
and I'm pretty sure that's he's just trying to make sure that this becomes a hit so he can do more. And that goes back to that question, like, do you think this is gonna still be a movie or they're really gonna split it into a show? Me, I mean, I take whatever works for Zack. I will prefer a movie because I'm more of a movie person. But I mean, if it's gonna turn it into a show to make it for it to work better, so he can get more, then yeah, fine. That's fine with me.
I think, yeah, I'd rather, I don't know what it's gonna be, dude. It's just confusing, but I would support, Zack's vision on how he wants it to be. I mean, we should be, supporting and be happy for it.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm just curious about all that. I'm pretty sure maybe on Justice Con he will probably finally see something about that. Probably confirm if it's still a movie, because I don't think the 2:14 is not the running time no more. I believe this movie just became longer than that.
Yep, like 4 hours is hell.
4 hours or more, especially if it's a show, it's gonna be way more than 4 hours.
Yep.
It's so many things, man. So many things. Again, when it comes to just the Justice Con now that has me, I'm curious about all that because I think we're gonna get a lot of stuff on that day. Maybe even a poster for the movie.
Dude, I would love to see if they have a Justice League new poster or something.
Do you think? Do you like? I don't know. I have my own theory. Would you think? How how they made the fan made poster. Do you think he's gonna do like his version of that and turn it into a poster? That would be amazing. Like, just imagine him putting his Darkseid, in the poster and just have the whole cast in the middle of Darkseid, just like the fan poster. I think he can make that work.
You know what I hope for is that they manage to make posters, posters that'll be out there for everybody to have.
Yeah, I mean, I want, that's another thing too. How do you think they're gonna what they're gonna do with the whole merchandise when it comes to this movie? I'm pretty sure they know there's a huge fan base and there's money to be made. So like, what do you think they're probably gonna do when it comes to merchandise and all that? Like, what do you think they're gonna make? For sure, we're gonna. Well, I'm pretty sure for sure we're gonna get collectibles. Well, like, what more do you think they will do with that?
I don't know, but dude, I'd rather hope that McFarlane makes the action figures of Snydercut version.
I think it's gonna happen because I mean a lot of people already asked him that. There was a Q&A for Todd a couple weeks ago, and there was many people asking for Man of Steel figures and all that from him. I'm pretty sure again, If anything, he did that. AT&T probably already had, they probably already reached him to make a deal when it comes to that. Because the cool thing we thought is that he's trying to make figures for every DC fan. It's not just for one thing. It's just making figures based on every type of comic and all that stuff, and movies. I mean, he already released,
Yeah.
he already released figures based on games, movies, and comics. And he just started doing this just a couple of months ago, and the animated show. He already did like 4 different things for these figures, so he's gonna do way more. And he has the license for what, 3 or 4 years. So we still have a long way.
And please, God, give us a black suit Superman of Justice League. Please, we want that version.
Yeah, because I mean, I pretty much had to like custom make mine, the one I have. So, I mean, the one I got was from Beast Kingdom, but yeah, it's like goes for a lot now.
And one thing is that, what I like about the McFarlane toys is that they have better details and the quality are great.
He's doing great with the details. Like, have you seen the Wonder Woman 84 figures? They look amazing. They look.
I have the Wonder Woman.
I should have got them. Yeah, got that one. You got both. Yeah, I got the gold suit, and you got the Batman one.
It's called the Batman Who Laughs.
Batman Who Laughs. And I just got me the Joker the other day from Arkham.
I liked Joker and Arkham in Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Oh, when he was all messed up. He was already, Arkham Knight. He was already dead, right? He was already in Batman's head.
Yeah, he's dead, but the truth is, he's just inside his head.
Yeah, I want to replay that whole franchise when it comes to Arkham. It's a great great trilogy. And Origin wasn't that bad either. I don't know why it gets a lot of hate.
I played that game and I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's not as bad as people say. It's just it's kind of, the world is empty. That's the problem with that game. It feels very, very blank when it comes to the world.
I think it was just too much snow, man. I think there was too much snow.
Oh, that too. But it was, I mean, again, it was like the holidays, right? That's where it takes place.
Mm-hmm.
Deathstroke was really cool in that game, though.
Okay, I can't believe I'm not the only one who got Wonder Woman 84. It's like, what's so interesting about the Wonder 84 Golden Eagle is just, it looks amazing.
Her face looks just like Gal, it looks just like her. Like, when I saw it in stores, I'm like, holy crap, that looks good. I just bought it right there. Like, yeah, he did great. So that's why I really want him to do figures for Man of Steel, because I would like to see him do on Jor-El and Fiora to see how good they will look.
Yeah, and I think he would have better details of head to toe.
Yeah, and it just hurts me because Man of Steel is one of my favorite movies of all time, but they didn't really do that many collectibles when it came to Man of Steel, and it's stuff that is hard to get now. You don't really, it's hard to find very detailed figures when it comes to Man of Steel. Unless you go to Hot Toys, but I don't got $300 to spend on a figure,
Me, dude, that Hot Toys is just effing expensive.
That's too much, man. I'm not rich. I don't have that type of money.
No, nobody's rich, and why would they make these? Who would buy these? The Queen of England?
I mean, again, I've been thinking about it sometimes, but I don't want to drop the money like that,
And also, okay, for one thing, Okay, you think they could, make a, black suit Superman in pretty soon these days, for Justice League?
Like, what do you mean? Like
You think,
a figure?
yeah, the McFarlane version.
That's the question though. Like, again, I really believe that Todd is gonna I think he's gonna do it. I really believe so. But I just hope he don't, of course I'll be happy if he only does like Zack Snyder Justice League figures, but I will also would love him to do Man of Steel and BVS, because the thing with BVS, I would love to have parademons from the nightmare scenes. Like, nobody never made figures of the parademons, or and nobody really made figures for Doomsday from Batman v Superman, and that's just figures that I would like to have in my collection.
What figure I want to have is the, armored Batman versus Superman version. What else? Original Steppenwolf version.
Original
my favorite-
Steppenwolf. Yeah, I gotta show. I have a couple of armor Batman, so I'm gonna send you the link of from the people that the brand that I get them from. That they're pretty good detail. This is collectible. They want really good for the armor Batman, which his lights come on and everything. I don't know how much they go for, but they didn't want for that much back then.
Are you talking about the one that has like some kind of display for San Diego Comic-Con one?
No, they actually released them because I mean, I don't know if you heard, DC Collectibles, right? Like, you follow the brand, or it's like DC Collectibles and DC Direct. They do action figures, based on DC DC movies or comics. They do more for comics, but like around 2016, they started a line for DC films. So they were gonna do, I was mad because they were gonna actually do figures for Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, and they only released Superman and Batman for Batman v Superman. And according to them, nobody was really ordering enough, so they canceled the whole line. But they actually got pictures out there of how good and detailed the figures were looking. I was mad because I was ready to buy, Fiora, Jor-El, and Sod from Man of Steel, and they canceled all that.
That just really sucked, and they kind of got rid of the original box of it.
Yeah, and I believe I heard like they even made a lot of copies. They actually made these figures and they just canceled them. Like, you can't at least sell whatever copies you have. I will buy that on the spot, but that's why now I'm like I'm like you right now. I'm just asking Todd to hopefully for him to pick up the brand for like Man of Steel and stuff like that. Yeah, it's already been 2 hours. We've been talking for a while, but yeah, man. If anything, just let me know. Whenever you want to hang out again. Right now I'm just not really doing much. I'm working, but kind of cutting hours. So, but yeah, man. Do you have any other any other topics you want to talk about before we go, or that's good?
I think I'm good.
No problem, man. I gotta go eat anyway. I'm starving. But yeah, man. Thank you for joining me again. It's been fun. So, anytime you want to hang out and talk and all that, just let me know.
Okay, dude.
All right, man. Take care.
You too.